Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back with another one, man. It is your boy Kamish Moolah, and this is the MSFL Moolah vs. Simulation Football League College Series 1. College Series Season 1, man. And boy, do we got a good one underway. We got Auburn. Auburn is 4-4 right now, trying to take on the 8-1 Alabama Crimson Tide, man. This is going to be a really good game because these teams are in the same zone, which would be conference in our setting. We're using a mod, so we had to, alter conferences a bit just based on how the mod works, right? And like Auburn is a really good, offensive team, a team that I don't think any team can afford to sleep on. And then you got Alabama, who is the top team in the league at 8-1. So I think we got ourselves a nice little game here. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy this. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me get a hashtag #NoDGame if you in the chat with us here early. And yeah, man, I see my guy Duke Davis in the building, Ace Andre Roche, Pharaoh Reigns. And let me get a sound check as well. Am I sounding good? Is the audio good? Is my audio good? Is the game audio good? Let me know. Check out Duke Davis. He does have 21 touchdowns and an extra 30 yards to that yardage. For some reason, one of his passes just didn't register one of his touchdown passes. So we always just got to keep that in mind as a footnote. And Bama's going to start off with the rock, a little dump to the backup tight end. That's going to get them 6. So we've been seeing this backup tight end for Bama get a little bit more involved than usual. I want to say in the last couple of weeks we've seen him, get a few more touches, man. It was like all Hassan Aziz early on, but he's definitely been getting into a fold, and that's going to be a body bag, guys. Body bags in the chat as Duke Davis was just lifted. So Alabama starting off with the rock, but they've known to have slow starts, and let's see if that's the same here. He's going to dump it to Hassan Aziz to pick up the big-time third down. Aziz getting taken down by the safety on that one, and that's just the bread and butter for this team, man. Hassan Aziz and Duke Davis have a really good connection and chemistry, man. They've shown it all season long. Jackson Collins, the wide receiver one on this team, at times he's shown big playability, definitely, but I want to say that Hassan Aziz is the more consistent, receiver on this team. Nice move right there from Devontae Moore, and that's why this kid is just so good. 24 carries, 96 yards in his last game, and he's looking to pick up right where he left off. Devontae Moore is another one of those guys that's on that Malcolm watch list, which is our version of the Heisman here in the MSFL College Series. And yeah, man, so was Duke Davis. It's really down to the wire. It's like Duke Davis, Sergio Matthews, and Devontae Moore, as well as Ace Andre Roche. That's another first down to O'Doyle. And actually, O'Doyle was the tight end that was getting involved more often, but number 85 was actually a third string guy. So they're just doing a lot of different things with the tight end, and I'm liking it. And that's a got right there from Duke Davis to that guy right there, Jackson Collins, wide receiver one. Maybe a pretty big game for him. And I said that Alabama starts off the game, a bit slow. However, they're moving on this drive. They're inside enemy territory at the 27. So let's see how this fares. They're going to go with a QB draw, and Duke Davis is only going to pick up 1. Auburn's D-line looks a bit prepared for this game right now. It looks like they're playing with a lot of energy, high motor right now. Already got a sack on this drive, but didn't hinder Bama too much as they're still moving it pretty well. Not sure why Duke Davis got caught up. Didn't look like he was too confident in running, to the left off of that read option. Tried to cut it back and didn't go anywhere. 3rd and 10, and he's gonna let it rip. Touchdown, Duke Davis to Dave Black. He took the shot and he scored. What a throw right there, and what a grab from Black. Dave Black actually has had some breakout games or some really good games this season, and Duke Davis just putting it in the air. He just smoked the DB. Look how many steps he had on the DB, and that's why you got to watch out for Alabama, man. These weapons are no joke. And once again, man, Malcolm watchlist candidate Duke Davis showing you why he's nothing to play with. A lot of guys have struggled with that deep ball at the collegiate level. And I know that sometimes touch is a thing that quarterbacks have to, develop over time. But it just seems that some of the upper echelons of quarterbacks here in this college series seem to, separate themselves with that deep ball. Some of the best quarterbacks, it's just a little better at that deep ball. And, it is what it is, man. That's why they're the better quarterback. Shout out to my guy, Gary Jack, a.k.a. Tank Jackson, in the building. Seeing him check in the chat. And this is another really good quarterback right here, Tyler Bledsoe. 2,201 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the year. And he's looking to, shock Bama here today. His team is 4-4. Bama's 8-1. But, I think whenever this kid is, the field general of the team, I don't think that you can count him out. Tyler Bledsoe is truly a, big time, quarterback. I would say, like, definitely has some things to work on, but this kid is tough. He's definitely built for the moment. 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard run by Keith Rowley, who had a decent game last week, and he's going to dump it down to the tight end, and that's going to make it 3rd and 1. So 7 yards on his first throw. And that's another thing about Tyler Bledsoe. He's not afraid to let it rip, man. Not afraid to let it rip at all. Flags down, and that may be pushing them back a bit on 3rd down. That hurts. That definitely hurts. 3rd and 6 after the full start. Coach is definitely not happy about that. This is not a defense that you can, play around with like that, man. The secondary of this team and the linebacking core is definitely tough. He's going to dump that down, and he's going to get the first down. Nice read right there. Way to, take the pressure and drop it off for a first down. They attack Caruthers, the slot corner. And Caruthers is known to lay a pretty good hit down at that little nickel spot. Tyler Bledsoe in an empty set. This kid is dangerous in the pocket. 1st and 10 from the 33. Wants to set up the screen. Has time. Has blocks. And Ty Wells still going to get there to make a play and stop that for only a gain of 3. So not a bad effort on that screen there on 1st down. Still got something out of it. But let's see how Bama starts to adjust to this defense. And let's see if Tyler Bledsoe can figure out this defense. He's going to go to the outside with a nice little dump off to the running back. He's going to break one and run out of bounds. 1st down. And Tyler Bledsoe is clicking. So he's slowly but surely trying to figure out what this Bama team is trying to do. I like how they have a little bunch set, shifting out of it now into the gun. And I think Bledsoe is pretty comfortable right now. He's really still trying to figure out not to take too many risks. But, ooh. Receiver had a step. Bledsoe just a little bit too much on it. But, whenever you're throwing against that man, Ty Wells, you got to be very cautious. Put it in the spot only a receiver could get to it. Ice Itachi with the tackle for loss. The safety Ice getting back there and causing some havoc. 3rd and 12 now. So Tyler Bledsoe got to figure some things out. And that's going to be another full start. That's going to hurt. 5 yards going to move them back to a 3rd and 17 situation. 3rd and 17 is not the situation you want to be in against this Bama's defense, man, because taking shots on the outside against Ty Wells and Kennard Roden is tough. So they actually don't have Ty in on this play. And Tyler Bledsoe doesn't see anything down the field. Anyhow, he's going to take off and almost had a shot at the 1st down, but ran right into both of those big-time linebackers, Walenka and Mateo Reverend. And whenever you see those two guys, you got to credit this guy Tyler Bledsoe's toughness on that one. He saw Mateo and Walenka and still decided not to slide, man. That is pretty tough. Like, that is definitely some determination, man, and some grit on that one, because I don't know too many guys who's going to want to take a hit from those guys right there. Punt is up and out. Ooh, nice little bounce back right there. And that's going to make it to the 10. So a lot of really good punters, man, in this series. I don't know about that. I don't know. He had a lot of good punters, man, in this series. And Bama's going to come back out after starting this drive, starting that first drive off with a bang and a touchdown. 2nd and 7, 3-yard gain right there for Devontae Moore. Devontae Moore, man, just super tough. Super tough, one of the best backs in the league, if not the best. And he's going to take it up to the middle again. He's going to get another 3-yard gain. So very manageable. 3rd and 4 now for Duke Davis. Bunch set to the right. Demo in the backfield with him, in a nice quick slant right there to Christian Russell for the first down. 6 for 6 for this kid, Duke Davis, right now. And that's why this kid is just such a problem, man. It's just that effort right there. And, you know, being able to read defenses, I feel like he picks up really well. Only a freshman, but he's playing at an outstanding level. Pistol set. Demo in the backfield. They're going to give Demo the sling. He wants to hop, but he's going to get scooped by Bennett. That's a nice hit right there. Bennett getting in on a tackle, making things difficult. 2nd and 11 after the TFL. They want to set up a screen to the backup. Nice block right there. He breaks a tackle. He gets to the sideline and, oh, past the 50. What a play right there. Charlton, the backup, showing his speed, taking that screen to the next level. But shout out to the blocks. Look at the blockers for Bama. Look at how they got to the next level and literally delivering a ham out there. Love the effort on that one. 1st and 10. Cross midfield. Bama's cooking again. They're going to give it to Devontae Moore. But I will say that Auburn's D-line and linebacking core is doing a good job of getting the demo right now. Not letting them do too much. I like the effort. I like how they get into the ball. A lot of guys. Demo with a much better run on that play. Demo's still going to do his thing, but I just like how these guys are getting to the ball. I mean, they're fighting at the line right now. They're fighting. Bama is definitely winning the battle still slightly, but I love the effort that I'm seeing from these guys. And Bama must have heard me as they set up a beautiful run play right there. Gets Demo to the 2nd level and more. Big time first down. And that's going to take us to the 2nd quarter. So drop those twos in the chat. Twos in the chat. So Bama known to start slow, but on these first 2 drives, they're trying to kill that narrative as they're in enemy territory once again after scoring on that first drive. And they're working that clock really well. Nice little drive on the first one. Worked some time, and now they got a nice drive, you know, in their 2nd timeout, where they're also, you know, working some good clock. Got us into the 2nd quarter. 18-yard line, knocking right at the door. Duke dropping back, throws the curl, and that's a first down. Hassan Aziz just dragging the defender to the first down for some extra yards, man. That's a big guy right there. Definitely hard to take him down. He's going to drag the defender right to a first down. 1st and goal at the 8. They're knocking on the door, and it's a touchdown. Jackson Collins off the pass from Duke Davis, and the Crimson Tide is rolling. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. This team is going berserk right now, and you got to love the effort. Duke Davis delivering a strike right there, putting it right where it needed to be. And he gets his guy, Jackson Collins, for his 2nd touchdown of the day. It's Duke's 2nd passing touchdown. So Dave Black and, you know, Jackson Collins both with a receiving touchdown here early. And Bama's 2 for 2. So everybody's been talking about how they start off slow, but that hasn't been the case in this game. Auburn's defense hasn't been too much of a strong suit. However, these guys' offense really has been known to put up points. Bama has a really good defense, though, as you can see right now. Still with Auburn. Still got Auburn held to 0. But another thing, Bama cannot afford to fall flat and get too complacent with the lead against a team like this, because Tyler Bledsoe is no joke. They're going to give it to Keith Raleigh up the middle. He's going to stiff arm Olenka, and Mateo is going to throw him down to the ground after a gain of 8. So it's just a nice effort right there from Raleigh on the run. And look at how Tyler Bledsoe just takes command of this team. He's just shifting out of different sets. You know, when you're going against a team like Alabama, you're definitely going to have to make adjustments, because this defense is no joke. And I think Bledsoe is just making all the right moves. Keith Raleigh spinning out of that tackle from Mateo Reverend, and we're seeing a nice little QB duel here, man. Tyler Bledsoe versus Duke Davis is a QB matchup to watch, and I know you guys see what's going on right now. And another completion right there by Tyler Bledsoe. Tyler Bledsoe is shifting at the line, audibling, getting guys open, making the right reads, and that's going to be a false start, man. They got to get it together. That's about their third penalty tonight, and that's hurting them. Against this type of defense, you need every yard. But once again, man, Tyler Bledsoe just shifting out RPOs. They're doing just the little things right now to, you know, get moving, man. It's hard to score against Bama. They haven't yet, but I just still like what I'm seeing from Tyler Bledsoe. He's going to drop that one down, and Kennard wrote it all over that one. He's going to get that tackle right there, and that's not going to go anywhere. Empty set. Bledsoe in the gun. 3rd and 6. Bledsoe, what do you got? Bledsoe surveying the floor. Finds a man, but just misses him. He had Walenka beat. The slot receiver had the linebacker beat, and Bledsoe just overshot him just a bit. And that's tough right there. That was the opportunity they may have needed. I think that might have even been 6 had they connected on that play. And those are the moments, man, that you cannot afford to miss. Those are the opportunities that you can't miss out on against a team like Bama. And check out Devontae Moore, 932 on the season, 5 touchdowns. And, you know, 70 yards in this game could get him over the century mark for the season with, what, about 2 games left. You're going to hand it off to Demo. Nice cut. Trying to get through a block, and he's going to pick up 6. So Demo is starting to definitely pick up some steam, and that's dangerous. Can Bama make it 3 for 3? 3 drives out, 3 touchdowns. Let's see. 2nd and 4 after the nice run. They're going to pitch it to Devontae Moore. He has some blocks, and Demo is going to break a tackle, push forward, and almost a first down. I like that design. I like how physical Jackson Collins was, you know, helping get involved in a run game with that block there. And they got a man in motion. They're going to give it to Christian Russell on an end around. He's going to pick up the first down. 7-yard gain on a little jet sweep. Christian Russell showing he can do some things in the run game as well. And that's what you like to see. Bama just mixing it up. It's just the execution from this Crimson Tide team that has been outstanding all year long. And, you know, their record is their record for a reason, man. 2nd and 10. Their record is their record for a reason, man. These guys are no joke. Definitely got to tip my hat to them. Another read option right there. And Duke Davis not going to go down. He's going to fumble. And who's going to get it? I think that Auburn has it. And oh no, Duke Davis, you gotta slide. And that is a momentum killer. They stood him up and were just ripping at that ball. Got to it. It was a little jumble session going on. Nobody could get to it, but an Auburn guy is going to snag it. And that's going to also give Auburn really good field position. That is tough. That hurts right there. Know that Duke Davis wishes he can get that one back. Wow. Tyler Bledsoe now. Another opportunity you cannot afford to miss. They're going to give it to Rowley, but Kennard Rowley is there. Read the play. Stepped up in the run game, and that's what you like to see out of your big-time corner. Kennard Rowley, man. Kennard Rowley, freshman guy, but another tough guy. These guys just have... It's like these guys are just born to play football. And what else could you expect out of Bama? Corn and get the best of the best. 3rd and 8. Mateo Reverendale on a stop. Auburn they need to capitalize on this. Empty set for Bledsoe. 5-man rush, and Bledsoe under pressure overshoots a guy again. And I'm not going to blame Bledsoe on some of these plays because the defense is coming down on him, but you got to make these throws, man. There's 2, throws where it's maybe some pressure, but that's, that's what gets you paid at the next level. Now you got to settle for a field goal, and that's going to be missed. Wow. So it wasn't an easy field goal, a bit of a deep field goal, but he's going to miss that wide left. And Bama's just going to pick up right where they left off after the fumble. And that is tough. 11 rushes, 48 yards, 4.3 yards per carry right now for Devontae Moore. Let's see what we got. 1st and 10 from the 43. Davis gonna get it to Jackson, and this is one of those games for Jackson Collins as well as Duke Davis. Duke Davis 10 for 10 to start this game, guys. Wow. 10 for 10 to start this game. Let me get a hashtag 10 in the chat. Devontae Moore taking off, is going to break a tackle. Gets to the 20, first down. What a run. Let me get a hashtag 10 in the chat as Duke Davis just went 10 for 10. Everybody that puts hashtag 10 is going to get an extra 100 SC. Extra 100 SC just for putting hashtag 10 in the chat. So let me know if you're with me. I see Farrell Reigns and Duke Davis is on it already. And that won't be the code word. That's just going to get you some extra SC, man. Why not? Duke Davis really in his bag right now. So is Devontae Moore. And that's what makes it so hard. Both of these guys on the Malcolm watch list as freshmen. But it's kind of hard to choose between them, man. These guys are killing it. But Duke Davis trying to separate himself with another strike. 11 for 11. First and goal as he drops another dot to Jackson Collins. Wow, look at the spot in between two defenders. And if Jackson Collins could have just stayed on his feet just a little longer, that would have been another touchdown right there for Duke Davis. He would have had a hat trick in the first half. What an effort from Duke. They're going to go up the middle with the backup, and he's going to get tackled for loss. They're going to say he just lost a couple of inches. No diddy. No, but still at the 1, first and goal. They want a pistol set. Now they got Demo back in the fold. And oh, wow. I was about to call it a touchdown. Could have been 12 for 12, but Duke overthrew Hassan Aziz. Not very characteristic of him in this game or just in general, but overshot Hassan Aziz on that one. But Demo is going to walk it in for the touchdown. Devontae Moore says, hold on, Duke. I know we're on the same team, but we still racing for that Malcolm. Let me get a piece of the pie. And coach calls his number and he answers big time. Touchdown, Demo. Devontae Moore with his 6th touchdown on the season. Well on his way to, 1,000 yards this season. He's definitely going to get it if not getting it in this game. And, he can wind up. What they're gonna have 2 games after this game. Yeah, they're gonna have 2 games after this game, and he's already at about 950, 60. So definitely gonna get over the 1,000-yard marker for the season as a freshman. Shout out to my guy Duke Davis getting on it, getting those payouts out there ready for the hashtag 10. Salute to my guy Duke, man. Been killing it with the bank, him and BJ. And what are they going to call it? It might be a roughing the passer, guys. No, they're going to call a pass interference. Wow. And they're going to call that on Kennard Roden. They're going to say that Kennard Roden was a bit too aggressive. Now, 1st and 10, just past the 50. Auburn, another nice opportunity, and that's a dot right there. Right on the money by Mr. Bledsoe, and that's going to take us into the 2-minute warning. 21 skunk right now. This was a user game, man. They would have had to give up the sticks. Auburn is just getting blown out right now by Alabama, and that's going to be a little drop-off. It's going to lead to 2nd and 7. Malenka in on the tackle, 2nd and 7. Bledsoe in trouble. He's going to throw it out, and no. 3rd and 7. He's going to have to just throw that one away to get out of trouble. Tyler Bledsoe. What do you got? 3rd and 7. Big time 3rd down. You got to start getting something going now. And a dot answers the call. 10 for 14. 84 yards. Gets his team inside the 20 at the 14-yard line. They're knocking on the door. But they got to capitalize here, man. And I would say capitalizing here is getting a touchdown. I don't know how much a field goal does for you right now. You're down 21 in the first half. 50 seconds left, so we're about to head into the second half. They're going to need a touchdown on this one, and he's going for the gusto. But, of course, Ty K. Wells, just get that out of here, not on my watch. And Ty K. Wells is just such a supreme talent, man. To be freshman, him and Kennard Roden is really probably the best, cornerback duo that we've seen all season. Both of these guys easily a #1 corner on any other team. But seeing these guys together makes it definitely worth the while. 3rd and 5. They're going to use a timeout. Bledsoe trying to survey the field. Going to drop it off to Rowley for a first down. Nice play right there just to get him in that 1st and goal. Pick up the first. Now you got a couple more downs to do it with 4 yards. And Malenka turned around just in time to bat that ball away, showing his cover skills. And they're trusting Malenka in coverage right now. That's one thing I'll say about them. And they're very trusting of their linebackers in coverage, and their linebackers haven't played bad. His team only lost 1 game, so they're obviously answering a call. And I see early flags, not sure what they were. Maybe pass interference, I don't know. Holding, whoa, holding on the offense, and that's gonna move them back. 2nd and goal from the 14, and this is what I'm saying, man. You gotta capitalize. Shout out to my guy Cameron Clark in the building. We appreciate your support. My guy's gonna have to dump that one down to keep Raleigh really not gonna go anywhere. He's tackled. They're gonna use their final timeout. 20 seconds left. Auburn's gonna use their final timeout here in the 2nd quarter as this clock is starting to wind down. Tyler Bledsoe. 3rd and goal from the 17. Like I said, I don't know how much of a W or field goal is in this situation. And after using their last timeout, a body bag. Heath Brothers, one of the best defensive players, in the series. And they're not going to even get 3, guys. So poor clock management, as well as, poor execution by their offensive coordinators. Somebody's going to be in trouble for that one, because against a team like Bama, how could you allow that to happen? And Bama silencing the critics in this first half. Everybody was just talking about how Bama starts off slow and how Auburn can shock them because of their high-powered offense. Bama's defense answered the call, and their offense is just doing what they do. They said, come on, let's silence all of that talk about us, not starting off fast and starting off slow. They've really been killing it. We do have some more really good games slated tonight. This is just one of many. We have, outside of this game, we have 4 games left on the schedule. And it is Sunday, so I'm trying to fly through as many of these as possible, to be honest. All of them really looking like good games to watch. We may go LSU Ole Miss after this, or I'm thinking Texas A&M Florida State after this. Yeah, Texas A&M Florida State actually should have been this first game. It should have been the first game with no commentary, but because I already put Bama, I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. I thought Bama was a little bit more of a lopsided game, hence why I went with Bama Auburn first, just because 4-4, versus 8-1. Opposed to Texas A&M and FSU, a little bit closer. But it is what it is. Tyler Bledsoe in the gun to start the 2nd half, and they're gonna have to get something going ASAP. They're gonna have a big time 2nd half if they have any thoughts of coming back. I don't think that they have a chance, if I'm being honest, against a team like Alabama. However, we've seen crazier things happen here in the MSFL College Series. A nice tackle right there from Ty K. Wells. Keith Raleigh's only going to pick up a couple, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. So very manageable situation. But let's see how it goes. He's going to dump that off over the middle. 1st down. Shotgun set. Bledsoe in the gun after the first. And oh, that's going to be a TFL. And Aldridge getting back there. And that's the thing with Alabama. They really got some talented guys. Nice little short game right there. And I think Bama's defense slowly but surely starting to figure out what's going on in this passing game. Don't want to speak too early because Tyler Bledsoe is talented, but it doesn't look like he has anywhere to go. He's going to have to throw that one away as he's hit. And like I said, they're just somewhat figuring out what these guys are trying to do. And they're figuring it out. And, you know, you can actually see it. Tyler Bledsoe is looking a bit more frantic in the pocket. That means there's nobody open downfield, and the line is starting to get to him. Them linebackers, those D linemen. I think Bama does a real good job of mixing it up with, like, Heath Brothers, who's a super good linebacker, outside linebacker. Then you got Allridge. And some of those guys on the D line, man, are no joke. So Bama's really starting to get it going. And let's see if their offense could continue their onslaught. Devontae Moore with 72 yards already. We just started the second half. They didn't get anything on that one. But let's see. Oh, nice slant right there. Duke Davis is going to complete that to Jackson Collins. So Jackson Collins trying to have himself another game. 5 receptions, 70 yards. And Duke Davis is just picking Auburn apart. Another read option for Duke Davis. Let's see if he learned from his mistakes. He's not going to slide, but he's going to hold on to the ball this time. 1st and 10. I love the effort from Duke Davis, showing you he can get it done with his legs as well. It's not, you know, not a super scrambler. He really could kill it in the pocket, but he's showing you that when, you know, he needs to run, he also can get it done. And Devontae Moore slicing the defense for 8 more yards. And a 1-2 punch, it's like dealing with Duke or dealing with Demo is just super tough, man. And Demo is going to be called for the 4th start. I saw him just a bit too anxious on that one, ready to get it going. That's going to move them back. Devontae Moore got to be a little bit more disciplined than that, man. Young freshman who's really been killing it. But you definitely got to be a bit more disciplined than that, my guy. 2nd and 7. They're going to hit it off to Demo. He's going to stiff arm a guy. But a host of defenders are going to be there to take him down after the stiff arm. Shotgun set. Davis, 3rd and 6. Duke gonna drop. Oh, would have had Pleasance, but the second guy came in and knocked that one loose. And I can't really blame Pleasance for that one. You get 2 hands on it, they say you got to bring it in, but woo, was that a hit? And I believe this is the first time Bama's actually gonna punt this one away. So, you know, Auburn is gonna get a stop, but they just gotta capitalize. They haven't been able to execute offensively. And, you know, that's going to hurt him, man. And then this defense is just super tough. I don't see this defense blowing a lead, you know, like this. Not that Auburn offense isn't capable. Not that Tyler Bledsoe isn't that guy, but I'm just not sure. Man, look, like I said, they're starting to make Bledsoe move around a bit. He's still going to deliver that one for a nice game, but they got Bledsoe on the move now. He's not sitting back there as comfortable as he was early on, and he's dumping down to that running back, Keith Rawley, a lot more. So let's see. They're going to go with a misdirection, and ooh, Paz. Going to hit Keith Rawley. I have him looking like a bowling pin out there. Just 3rd and 2, though. Very manageable. They're going to throw a nice short out. Caruthers credited for the coverage. But Tyler Bledsoe is just not as settled as he was, guys. I'm telling you, Bama looked like they done cracked the code. Shout out to my guy, Farrell Reigns. Punt is up and out. And Black back to field it. Duke Davis working his way out. See what Duke has. They're going to start at the 13, so they got to go pretty much the length of the field. Play action. I like this play because they usually go to Hassan Aziz, but he's been right on par finding this guy Jackson Collins, and Collins is going off in this game, 91 yards. And look at Duke Davis, man, just showing you that arm on the rollout, on the run, putting it on the money. And this kid, Duke Davis, has just been playing outstanding tonight. Pistol set, 2 tight ends bunched on each side. And they're going to hand it off to Demo, who has a huge hole. Could have drove a car through that hole. He's going to pick up the first down, almost over the century mark here tonight with just 18 carries, 94 yards. Already has gotten in the end zone. And like I said, man, Duke Davis, Demo, Jackson Collins, Dave Black, Hassan Aziz, Christian Russell. It's just super hard to stop these Bama guys, man. These guys have weapons on weapons. That run. Going up the middle there. They're going to hand it to Devontae Moore. Devontae Moore is going to be stopped behind the line, 3rd and 8. Shotgun set. Duke, 3rd and 8. Duke surveying the floor. He's trying to throw it, but he's in trouble. And he just gets it off as he's hit to avoid the body bag. But that's going to lead to 4th and 8. So Auburn getting yet another stop. And, you know, so Auburn's defense is adjusting as well. They seem to adjust it pretty well. Bama's still doing what they're doing, you know, getting some plays off. But for the most part, they've stopped, you know, the Crimson Tide when they needed to. Haven't given up those big plays, those touchdown plays that they gave up in the first half yet. But it's right now, it's still in Bama's favor, man. Heading into the 4th quarter, there's only 2:30 left. Oh, a nice read option, but he got to learn how to dive as well. Can't keep taking those hits. Got to be careful. With 2 minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter, down 21, man. It's like, even if Bama isn't scoring, you can't, you got to score too. You can't just not score. You're down 21. So Keith Rowley with a nice run right there. And I'm not going to say abandon the run game. Just still down 3 scores. Don't completely abandon it. Got to try to make something of these drives. But you got to capitalize when you get on the enemy side of the field and get some points. Another nice little run from Keith Rowley, which is going to lead to a 1st down. And let's see if Auburn can pick it up, man. Auburn has to pick it up. That's going to be another false start right there on Auburn, I believe. Yes, it is. So Auburn has about 4 or 5 penalties here so far. They've really been hurting themselves against this Bama defense. 1st and 15 coming up, and now you kind of got to go downfield a bit. And that's dangerous to do with Kennard Roden and Ty K. Wells lurking. Going to have to check it down. But Caruthers is there for a very nice tackle to stop that for a short gain of 1. So 2nd and 14 now. 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Down 21. Auburn, what are you going to do? Let's see. Going to fake the blitz down with Kennard Roden and get it out to Thompson. So they're going to cover some ground and make it 3rd and 6. Let's see. Will they get a playoff before we head into the 4th quarter? No, they won't. So drop those 4s in the chat. You know how we do. MSFL community, 4s in the chat as we're headed to the 4th and final quarter. And right now, Bama just doing what many, you know, felt like they were going to come in and do. And that's dominate this game. 21-0 right now as we head to the 4th. And I think you could drop the Owls, man. Oh, my God. Kennard Roden almost jumping that one. And that would have been a house call. But he's going to drop it. I know he wish he had that one back. But 4th and 6, and they're going to have to punt this one away. And I definitely think it's Owl time, guys. I think that it's safe to bring the Owls out because I just don't see these guys coming back. I don't see that Bama defense, you know. I don't see them giving up this lead in the 4th quarter. Ooh, and that's going to be a face mask. So that's going to be an automatic 1st down. I wouldn't say they had them, but OVO no Drakes in the chat. As this one is not looking good at all for Auburn, man. Auburn had a shot early on. Tyler Bledsoe didn't look bad, guys, but just wasn't capitalizing when needed. And it's super tough against this Bama defense, but they're getting back there. They're getting back there a bit. But it's just a little too late, man. 3 touchdowns. Unless you know, Duke completely folds and has his, you know, freshman moment. I don't really feel like this kid has had that freshman moment yet where he's just like, you know, completely tanking. So, ooh, and Devontae Moore, man, looking to seal a deal. And it just runs like that. That's just demoralizing to a defense and to a team. You're down big. You think you got the team stopped. Maybe you could get something going on offense. And that running back, Devontae Moore, just takes off like that for a huge gain. They got the backup in there giving him some love. He's going to stiff arm a guy down, and he's going to get a nice 5-yard gain on the scamper. So Gant showing you what he can do, giving Devontae Moore a breather. And now they're packing guys at the line because they know Bama's just like, you know, we can run this thing out, man. Show us that your line is strong enough to compete with ours, and then we'll maybe switch it up. So Auburn slightly answers the call. It's a very short gain on that one, but a very manageable 3rd and 4 for the Crimson Tide. And they're just going to give it to Devontae Moore again, who's going to get the first down on 3rd down. And this is it, man. Like, this is what we mean, man. It's like, how do you stop this Alabama team, man? They are 8-1, almost headed to 9-1 before conference championships and playoffs, and Demo is just starting to have his way. Have it your way like a Burger King advertisement, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think if they get a touchdown, it's definitely GG's, man. I'm trying my best not to call these guys out of it, but it's over. Gant is getting in and just running in it, and Bama's just playing this thing smart. They are running it down the necks of you know, Auburn, and it's nothing that Auburn can do right now. So the clock is ticking. You know, they getting a lot of time off the clock. And they're also just walking them down at the 25. Knocking right at the door. And when you're running this successful, a play action look right on key. Hassan Aziz, it is inside the 10. They're going to say at the 10. And Duke is only incompleted 3 passes. This is just too easy for Duke Davis in this one, man. It's just too easy. Look at him. Look at him. And when you run the ball that effectively, that's what happens. Now you can do some little bunch sets, have a couple of receivers out wide, play action, and who's going to stop it? They can't even stop the run. And they got to have guys at the line. Is Jackson Collins going to get a jet? Yes, he's going to get a jet sweep and take it inside the 5. 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line now. And now the shotgun, I can imagine how intimidating the shotgun looks to Auburn's defense now. They're sending heat as they should, and they're going to get to Duke. Body bags in the chat. It is Young in on a sack, and Auburn's 2nd sack of the game, but they haven't amounted to anything. George Young came in on a blitz, got off of a blocker, and got right to Duke. Duke was already running, seeing some guys coming from the other end. Then George Young came and cleaned it up. So body bags in the chat. 3rd and goal from the 14. Let's see what Bama does. That might be a 4th start as well. So Bama just getting pushed back now with a penalty of their own. Let's see. Ooh, they're going to go with a read option, but Auburn's all over that one. And I'm not mad at them, man. Just run it again. Worst come to worst, you know, you lose a yard or get back to the line of scrimmage, and the clock continues to tick. It's about to be under 4 minutes, so they worked this clock. Use some more time, kick the field goal, go up 24. You know what I mean? 24-0, and they're pitching a shutout right now. So shout out to the Crimson Tide defense, which is completely pitching a shutout. The field goal is good, so they're gonna go up 24. You know, a little bit over 4 minutes left in this game. Bama just completely controlled it. You know that crowd is just super excited to see this happen, and what a season, you know, thus far for Alabama, man. This is a team that should be well on their way to, you know, the Final Four and, you know, a conference championship. Let's see how they do. Now, let's start with a conference championship because it's not going to be easy. You know, they already lost to Florida, who seems to be the team that they may be meeting again. in the conference chip. So, oh, and that's going to be an interception. Owls in the chat. Just flood the chat with owls, guys. Just flood the chat with owls, guys, because this thing is over. You could just flood the chat with owls, man, because it is OVO. And let me get a code word OVO, man. Code word OVO in the chat. And we're just gonna run that for the rest of the game. We're just gonna let that go for the rest of the game. So code word OVO. Get your extra SC for the code word. They're going to hand it off to Demo. Demo up the middle. 2nd and 6. The clock is just going to tick, tick, tick. And wow, Bama is actually... This is scary. This is scary, guys. I'm going to let you guys know how scary this is, man. For Bama to do this to a highly touted offense, for them to come out and shut them out and then start off hot, and that's what we've criticized them for all year long, starting off slow. That is showing that this Bama team hears the criticism. They hear what we've been saying. They're making the proper adjustments to say, oh, you think we start off slow? Oh, you think that a team with a good offense is going to worry us? No, these guys came out ready today. These guys came out ready to play. And did you see the score? 24-0. And not many teams could shut out Auburn. Don't let the record fool you. Auburn and Tyler Bledsoe was a tough team. And Alabama just took it to them, man. I got to really credit Alabama for this one, man. Forward OVO in the chat. And even if guys just put the owls, man, just give the SC to everybody, or either put OVO or the owls. And we're going to run that for the game, man. So, wow. Two-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Shotgun Davis gonna get it off to Gant up the middle and a backup. Marquise Gant is going to get a touchdown run. And that's all she wrote, man. These guys making it 30-0 right now. And let's see if Tyler Bledsoe can at least get in the end zone, man. Go out with some pride. Still want to see these guys come out fighting. Don't just, you know, don't just roll over. 1:58 left. Try to get in the end zone. Try to at least get a field goal, because Bama, wow, 31-0. And this team is just in rare form right now, guys. Alabama is in rare form. Wow. Bledsoe surveying the floor, and he's going to throw that one out. Penalty flags, maybe another holding. And they're just showing you that these guys are outmatching them. Bledsoe out the pocket, and that's a dot. Oh, what is the penalty? Oh, they're going to say unnecessary roughness? Wow, they're going to call unnecessary roughness on Ty K. Wells after the push. Wow. Wow, they're going to say Ty K was... They said that push was unnecessary. He was already on his way out of bounds. I would agree, but come on, ref. This is football. This is football, ref. And once again, look at Bledsoe. Bledsoe has been on the run. Ever since this Bama defense kind of figured out what they wanted to do, Bledsoe has been on the run. Shotgun set, 2nd and 10. Tyler. Couple pats. Drops a dot over the middle, first down. Bledsoe on the out. 2nd and 6. I like seeing Bledsoe, you know, trying to keep something going, man. 22 for 33. Not his worst night. Definitely not his best. And it's tough against this team, man. It's tough against this team. And that's going to be broken up by Caruthers. Caruthers is just this kid is tough. Like, heavy hitter. No joke. 2nd and 10. Out. 3rd and 4. After the tackle. Greg on the reception. 30 seconds left, man. And they seem to be trying to go out with some pride. They're trying to work the ball down the field. And this is what we like to see. A little out, first down. And that is all she wrote. Wow, a shutout for Bama at this point in the season, man. And I think the league should be on notice. The league should definitely be on notice, guys. Shut out for Bama at this point of the season. Woo. That's tough, guys. That is tough. 31-0. This team playing like this later in the year, not taking their foot off the gas. I'm not sure who's going to be able to stop Alabama, man, in the playoffs. Or, I mean, with conference championships coming around as well. Whew. This was a conference matchup. This could have shook things up in the conference, man. This could have shook things up. 137. For Devontae Moore in a touchdown. He may be over the century mark, guys. He may be over the 1,000-yard mark. He may be over the 1,000-yard mark. Now, I think he is over the 1,000-yard mark. So, congrats to Devontae Moore, man, getting over 1,000 yards rushing. Jackson Collins, 6 receptions, 91 yards and a touchdown, leading the charge for, like, receivers in this game, period. Black only had 1 reception, which was a 27-yard touchdown. And we've just seen that out of that kid. We've just seen him, you know, pop at certain times that, you know, you just got to appreciate the kid's effort, man. So shout out to that boy Dave Black. He's definitely showed some flashes for Alabama throughout the season. Even took over a game once where it was like just Duke was just finding him and he just had a crazy game. So yeah, shout out to him. Let's go over to the defense. Walenko with 11 tackles. Evan Bennett with 14, the middle linebacker. He's definitely was getting out there playing ball, but not much you could do when Bama gets to go like this. Hard to be full of yawns. I'm not even tired. It's just for some reason whenever I'm sitting and I get so comfortable and I'm calling these games, like the yawns just come back to back. 3 tackles for loss, 2 tackles for loss, 2 tackles for loss. Heath Brothers, this kid is a problem. Like, Heath Brothers is so tough. And it's just so fun watching this league develop into what it's developed into. And just calling all these games, seeing all of these guys, man. Our generics, it's just super fun, man. Super fun, man. Between this, basketball, it's just been a lot, but it's definitely, you know, fun to see how the channel evolved and how things are just, you know, coming into fruition, man. I always appreciate you guys for tuning in and, you know, being a part of the Moolahverse family. We're going to have some new people join in, you know, as the new game comes out and as, you know, we just expand and grow. So we just gonna keep grinding, man. You know me, I'm always grinding, trying to, you know, stream as much as possible for you guys, especially when we end season with a league. I'm trying to figure out some ways to have some time to, do some other fun video things to make it more, make it more intuitive, like make it more immersive. But it'll come. It'll come as I have the time. I had somebody make a set for us to do some interview stuff. I just got to get some audios down, and I don't want to say I overthink things, but like I like things to be perfect. But sometimes I just got to be like, you know what, just get it going. Definitely got to interview Duke Davis, man, with just the way that this has like just unfolded. I definitely got to interview my guy Duke. It's a couple guys I want to interview. I'm thinking at season's end we'll run like a little media, a week of just interviews where I can drop that. Maybe in between like conference chip bowls and playoffs, I could start dropping those interviews. I think that'll be dope. Definitely would like to start doing it with a little bit of consistency, maybe some after game interviews and stuff like that. But sometimes we just got things to do. We also could utilize AI for those where we don't have to so much make it a scene. We could just put up like a little AI picture and just have our voices and stuff like that. I think that'll be dope as well. Or maybe I just have you guys join via the Discord and make a graphic like that. But it definitely been fun, man, and appreciate you guys for staying in tune. How you've been in tune for so long. I've been enjoying this. I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and we just gonna keep getting better, man. It's your boy Commissioner, and you know how we do. It's the MSFL. Make sure you get in tune, join the experience. We do. You can comment on that video if you want to join our Discord and get in tune with our community, man. Appreciate you guys as always. Peace. I'm out of here. Be sure to stay in tune though. We got some games coming up next, so it's not done today. We got a lot of action. It should be Texas A&M FSU next. So yeah, man, we definitely got some work left. We got Texas A&M, Florida State. We have LSU versus Ole Miss. We got USC versus Texas, and we got Notre Dame versus Florida. I actually may do Notre Dame versus Florida because I know we got some Notre Dame guys lurking around. So just let me know what's up in the chat, man. Let's get in the Discord and let's see who's on, and I get those games going first. But appreciate you guys for rocking with me. It's your boy Commissioner Moolah, and we are out. Peace.